All right, let's do this. Ready to explore Madison, Wisconsin with me?
Let's go.
I know you want more than just the typical tourist stuff, right?
Right.
So we're going to dive deep, deep into your travel guide
Deep dive.
to uncover some hidden gems and, like, insider tips, the unexpected stuff, the kind of stuff that makes you go, wow, I didn't know that, you know?
Definitely.
So first, just, set the scene for us.
Okay, well,
What makes Madison special as a travel destination?
it's funny. Madison's been quietly, becoming this hotspot.
Really?
Yeah. And since 2016, tourism has actually jumped up 7%.
The guide mentioned that, yeah.
It's impressive.
So what is the draw? I mean, it's the capital city, sure, but it's also nestled between these two huge lakes. You've got forests, parks. It seems like a lot.
It's that small town charm, but with big city amenities.
Yeah.
And it's got tons of variety. It's really surprising.
Right. Hindu temples and golf courses and art museums. It's like they took a bunch of cool stuff, shook it all up, and just sprinkled it over Madison.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's get specific.
All right.
The guide starts downtown.
Yeah.
And I'm already intrigued. I mean, yeah, shops and restaurants, whatever.
Yeah.
But the architecture.
They actually make a really good point in the guide about the contrast.
Yeah.
Small city feel, but then, bam, these grand buildings.
Right.
Like the Capitol building and the Capitol Theater.
Just like they snuck in some extra grandeur.
Exactly.
Love it. And speaking of grand, the guide suggests a walking tour. Okay,
Nice.
let's picture this. You're strolling down State Street, checking out the Victorian buildings,
Beautiful.
and then heading over to the Mansion Hill Historic District.
Oh, wow.
Talk about stately mansions.
They're gorgeous.
And they even give a shout out to the Mansion Hill Inn.
Oh, to stay there?
You know?
That would be
Oh, yeah.
an experience.
Yeah, like stepping back in time.
Definitely.
Okay, close your eyes. Picture this, okay? You're walking down State Street at night. Buildings are all lit up. You've got that nightlife energy around you.
Yeah.
You're not just a tourist. You're part of the scene.
I love that. Right. Part of it.
But then, just outside the city, you have this lost city forest. Total change of pace.
Yeah.
Talk about hidden gems.
Right.
The guide makes it sound magical, like preserved forest with these winding trails, little creeks hidden everywhere, and get this deer everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, they're, not shy at all.
That's so cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's that mix of, wildness, but it's still accessible. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And the guide specifically recommends going in the fall.
Oh.
Can you imagine those forest trails covered in, colorful leaves?
Oh, stop it.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Beautiful.
And the University of Wisconsin Arboretum manages the Lost City Forest.
Oh, cool.
And they offer guided hikes, wildlife activities during the warmer months.
Nice.
So it's not just about wandering aimlessly. You can, learn from experts.
That's great.
Yeah, so speaking of experts, the Olbrich Botanical Gardens is another spot the guide recommends.
I love botanical gardens.
What's interesting is they focus on plants that thrive in northern climates.
That's a cool twist.
Yeah, so no, palm trees and orchids.
Not your typical, yeah.
Right. So where does the guide say to start?
They recommend starting with the sunken garden.
Oh, okay.
It's a formal English garden, all about structure and symmetry, filled with herbs and flowers.
Beautiful.
And then you can kind of wander over to the shade garden, which is all lush greenery.
Oh,
And the plants that love the shadows.
Oh, that sounds peaceful.
Yeah.
But you know me, I love a surprise.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the Olbrich Gardens delivers. They have a royal tie pavilion.
Really?
And it's not just a replica, it's an actual reconstructed pavilion
Wow.
gifted by the Thai government.
Incredible.
And here's the kicker. It's the only one of its kind in the continental U.S.
You're kidding?
I know.
That's amazing.
Talk about unexpected. Okay, ready for a complete change of scene.
I am, yeah.
The guide says, we have to experience the Dane County Farmers Market.
Okay.
This isn't just any farmers market, okay?
Right.
This is the largest in the nation.
I did not know that.
It's massive.
Wow.
It's become a real institution,
Yeah.
What stood out to you in the guide's description?
Honestly, the sensory overload.
Right?
Close your eyes and imagine fresh-picked apples, berries, that sweet Wisconsin corn, and then, of course, the cheese.
Oh, the cheese.
Can't forget the
Oh,
cheese.
legendary.
Yeah.
The guide even mentioned that a lot of local chefs get their ingredients from this market.
Oh, wow.
It's that true farm-to-table connection.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the food. They've got live music, events, the whole community comes out.
That's great.
But speaking of community gatherings, let's talk about Madison's festival scene.
Yes.
The guide emphasizes they've got festivals going on all year round.
It's not just a summer thing.
There's always something to celebrate.
So imagine this. One weekend, you're at the Madison Jazz Festival, just grooving to some smooth tunes.
Sounds good.
The next, you're at the Beer, Bacon, and Cheese Fest.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that's a trifecta of deliciousness.
That's amazing.
Right. And then, like, the seasons change. You've got Harvest Fest. And then those magical winter markets pop up during the holidays.
So festive.
It's like a year-round party.
It is.
Okay, we've covered nature, we've talked about food, we've talked about festivals.
Yeah.
But what about art and culture?
Ooh, yes.
The guy highlights the Chazen Museum of Art.
Okay.
And guess what?
What?
It's free.
Free is always good.
Especially when you're talking about a collection of over 20,000 pieces.
20,000?
Yeah. And it's not just paintings on a wall.
Okay.
We're talking modern art, classical art, interactive exhibits.
Wow.
And even these, like, artistic spaces that mess with your perception, you know?
Like, what is even real?
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
And then for those who love, like, a little history with their art,
Yes.
they have a permanent collection, national and state artists,
Oh, cool.
including a painter named Gil Singer.
Okay.
And they've got artifacts from ancient Rome, Greece, Asia. So
Wow.
it's not just local, it's global.
That's great.
Yeah. So it's like a window into different cultures and time periods.
I love that.
Right. But we can't forget about food.
Of course not.
And the guide really wants to make this clear.
Okay.
Madison is more than just cheese.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I
love
know
cheese.
I love a good cheese curd.
Okay.
Wisconsin cheese. Legendary.
It's a razor.
For a reason.
Right.
But what's exciting is that they have this, like, farm-to-table movement.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Local fresh ingredients are a big deal in Madison.
Yeah.
And that attracts, like, some serious culinary talent.
It makes sense.
And remember, that huge farmer's market.
Yes.
A lot of chefs get their ingredients right from there.
Oh, wow.
Full circle, you know?
I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, my stomach's officially rumbling.
Mine too.
But we can't talk about food without drinks.
True.
And in Madison, that means craft beer and cider.
Yes.
And it's not just any craft beer scene.
Oh.
PUNCH magazine, they named Madison one of the best drinking cities in the world.
Seriously?
I know.
Wow.
So where do we start this beer adventure?
I'm ready.
The guide suggests a downtown brew crawl,
Okay.
hitting up places like the Lone Girl Brewing Company, Tap Room, and Working Draft Beer Company.
Sounds good.
And for those who want to go beyond just, like, the tasting,
Yeah.
they have brewery tours and even events like the Great Taste of the Midwest Festival in August.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
It's a beer lover's dream.
It is.
But here's something that actually surprised me.
Okay.
Madison has a thriving science museum scene.
Really?
I know, I didn't expect that either.
That's cool.
But the guide attributes it to being a college town, so
Right.
what kind of science stuff are we talking about?
Yeah. Well, they have the Geology Museum.
Okay.
It's run by the University of Wisconsin, so think like dinosaur bones, fossils of extinct Wisconsin life.
Dinosaurs.
Yes.
Sold.
And for those with kids, they recommend the Madison Children's Museum.
Oh, nice.
Super interactive, very engaging.
Perfect learning and fun.
Exactly.
All rolled into one.
Yeah.
Okay, but we cannot forget about Madison's connection to Frank Lloyd Wright.
Frank Lloyd Wright.
This guy, he's a legend.
A legend, yeah.
And here's a cool fact. Wright went to middle and high school in Madison.
Really?
Yeah, it's like his architectural roots are right there.
That's amazing.
I know.
Wow.
And he later designed some of his most famous buildings in Madison.
Oh, cool.
The guide mentions Monona Terrace,
Okay.
which is a futuristic convention center with crazy lake views.
Wow.
And then Taliesin, his former 800-acre estate.
Oh, yeah.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site now.
I've seen pictures. It's beautiful.
Imagine walking through those spaces, like feeling his vision come to life.
It would be amazing.
Right. Okay, last but not least, we've got to talk about the lakes.
Of course.
So this is where Madison's location gets really interesting.
Right.
It's not on Lake Michigan,
Right.
but it's nestled between Lake Monona and Lake Mendota,
Okay.
plus a bunch of smaller lakes nearby.
It's like a water wonderland.
It really is.
Wow.
So the guide paints this picture of summer days,
Yeah.
kayaking, boating, fishing,
Nice.
bass, walleye, perch, and just chilling on those lakeside beaches.
It sounds perfect.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not just a summer thing.
Okay.
When those lakes freeze over in the winter,
Yeah.
they become a completely different playground.
Oh, wow.
You've got ice fishing, winter sports, and even snowmobiling.
Snowmobiling.
During peak season.
On the lake.
Yeah, talk about making the most of those frozen lakes.
That's incredible.
Right. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah, we have.
But I think it's time for the grand finale.
Okay.
The Wisconsin State Capitol building.
Ooh.
A perfect way to end our exploration.
Definitely.
This building is one of the largest in the country.
Wow.
A true architectural gem.
Beautiful.
And the guide points out something so fascinating about the dome.
Okay.
It's not just the largest in the U.S.
Right.
It's the only one in the world made entirely of granite.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I know. That's some serious dedication to craftsmanship.
It is.
Right. And they suggest taking a guided tour, not just to admire the dome,
Yeah.
but to explore the inside.
Cool.
And during warmer months, you can head up to the 6th floor observation deck.
Oh, nice.
Talk about panoramic city views.
Amazing.
So there you have it.
Wow.
We've gone from grand architecture and bustling markets
Yeah.
to serene forests and frozen lake adventures.
I know, it's a lot.
I feel like we've barely scratched the surface.
I agree.
But it's clear, Madison is full of surprises.
It really is.
It's more than just a city. It's an experience waiting to be discovered.
I love that.
But we're not done yet. There's so much more to explore in Madison.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, we're back. And, as I was looking through this guide, I found something that really caught my eye.
What's that?
The Dane County Ferry Doors.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard about this?
Yeah, it's more of a local legend
Oh, really?
than a formal attraction, I think.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool.
What is it?
Well, apparently these tiny doors just started appearing on buildings and trees all over Dane County.
What?
Yeah, and nobody knows who's doing it.
That's so cool.
But it's become this, whimsical scavenger hunt
I love that.
for residents and visitors.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's fun.
I love that sense of, playful mystery.
Yeah.
It reminds me of another quirky gem the guide mentions.
What's that?
The National Mustard Museum.
Oh, the Mustard Museum.
This might sound a little strange at first,
Yeah, it does.
but the guide, they make it sound fascinating.
It's really cool.
Like a testament to how a simple condiment can become
Right.
a source of, passion and exploration.
It's really interesting.
Okay, you've got my attention.
Right.
Tell me more about this mustard wonderland.
So this museum is home to over 6,000 varieties of mustard from
Wow.
all over the world.
6,000.
Yeah, no, we're talking everything.
Wow.
From your classic yellow mustard
Huh.
to exotic flavors you wouldn't even imagine.
Oh, I bet there's some taste bud challenging combinations in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, man.
The guide mentions that you can actually sample mustards from different countries and regions.
Oh, wow.
It's like a global tour for your taste buds.
Who knew mustard could be so adventurous?
I know, right?
It's like a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected places hold the most delightful surprises.
I agree.
Speaking of delightful surprises, let's shift gears to something near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Books.
Books, yes?
Madison is known for its thriving literary scene.
Is.
And the guide recommends checking out Mystery to Me Bookstore.
Oh, I love that name.
Right? It's like a beacon for all of us mystery lovers.
It is.
What makes this bookstore so special?
Well, first of all, it's an independent bookstore,
Oh, nice.
which is always a plus.
Yes.
But they have this really curated collection of mysteries, thrillers, and all things suspenseful.
Sounds like my kind of place.
And they also host author events, book clubs, even writing workshops.
So cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Sounds like a dream for anyone who loves a good whodunit.
Yeah.
It makes me think about Madison's, broader literary culture.
Yeah, definitely. It's a city that values intellectual curiosity, creative expression, and the literary scene is a testament to that.
Yeah.
There's a real appreciation for the written word in Madison.
Absolutely. But let's not forget about another vibrant aspect of Madison's culture,
Okay, what's that?
the music scene.
The music scene, yes.
Madison has such a rich musical history.
It does.
And the guide points to a few key venues that really capture that essence,
Yeah, definitely.
So give me the lowdown. Where do I go to catch the best tunes?
All right, well, if you're into an eclectic mix of genres, blues and folk to rock and indie,
Uh-huh.
you gotta check out the High Noon Saloon.
Okay.
It's got great energy and a loyal following.
I love venues that embrace, musical diversity.
Yeah, me too.
It's
It's fun.
And for a more intimate jazz and blues experience,
Okay.
they recommend the Harmony Bar.
Oh, the Harmony Bar.
It's supposed to be this cozy spot with, a classic vibe.
Yeah, I can already picture myself
Right.
sipping a cocktail,
Yeah.
just lost in the soulful melodies.
And for those seeking bigger acts and touring bands,
Okay.
the Sylvie is the place to be.
The Sylvie, cool.
So it seems no matter your taste, Madison's got you covered.
Right, exactly.
Whether you're discovering local gems or catching a big-name show, there's a stage for you.
There is.
It's about finding your rhythm, your vibe, your, like, musical sweet spot in Madison.
I love that.
And that's a great way to think about exploring the city as a whole.
I think so, yeah.
It's about, like, discovering the experiences that resonate with you, that make you feel connected to that city's energy.
Yeah.
Speaking of energy, let's talk about something often associated with college towns.
Okay.
Nightlife.
Nightlife.
The guide emphasizes that Madison's nightlife is, like, surprisingly diverse and energetic.
It is.
With something for everyone.
Yeah.
So what kind of night owl are you?
Good question.
Are you looking for, like, a laid-back spot to chat with friends?
Yeah.
Or a dance club to let loose?
Maybe.
A live music venue to rock out?
Possibly.
All of the above?
Could be.
Well, for a relaxed vibe and delicious cocktails, they recommend the Up North Bar.
Up North? Cool.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah.
And for those who want to, like, dance the night away, the Frequency is known for its DJs and electronic music scene.
Nice.
I can already feel the beat pulsing.
I know, right?
And, of course, there's the classic college bar scene with State Street.
Oh, of course.
Being the prime spot for, like, bar hopping.
Yeah, class.
So many options.
There are.
It's all about finding your groove.
Yeah.
Your scene, your perfect night out in Madison.
Absolutely.
You know what's cool about all this is all these different elements.
Yeah.
The arts, music, nightlife, food. They come together to create this, like, vibrant tapestry of experience.
I love that.
It's not just a collection of isolated attractions.
Right.
It's a city where that creativity and energy flows freely.
It does.
You know, creating this, like, dynamic and engaging atmosphere.
Definitely.
But before we get too lost in the, like, metaphorical beauty of it all, let's talk about something practical.
All right, what's that?
Getting around.
Getting around, yeah.
The guide highlights that Madison is a very walkable city.
I've heard that.
Especially downtown.
Yeah.
And they rave about the bus system.
Oh, good.
Which has roads covering most of the major attractions.
That's great.
So no need to rent a car unless you're venturing further out.
Right.
And for those who prefer two wheels,
Okay.
Madison is known for being very bike-friendly.
Oh, nice.
They've got dedicated bike paths and lanes throughout the city.
I love cities that prioritize cycling.
Me too. It's such a healthy and eco-friendly way to get around.
It is.
And then, of course, there are ride-sharing services.
Yeah.
Like Uber and Lyft for those times when you need a quick and convenient ride.
Makes sense.
So whether you're a walker, a biker, a bus rider, or a ride sharer,
yeah,
getting around Madison seems pretty easy.
It does.
You know what else should be easy?
What's that?
Finding a place to stay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The guide gives a good overview of accommodations.
Okay.
Everything from luxury hotels to budget-friendly motels.
Nice. A little something for everyone.
Right. And they even recommend a few specific places.
All right, like what?
The Mansion Hill Inn.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
We talked about that.
Perfect for a luxurious historic stay.
I love that.
And for those on a tighter budget, they suggest the Hampton Inn and Suites, Madison downtown.
Oh, cool.
Comfortable rooms, all the modern amenities.
Sounds good.
So no matter your travel style or budget,
yeah,
you're sure to find a cozy and welcoming place to rest your head.
I love that.
So as we're wrapping up this part of our deep dive, I'm struck by how much this city packs into, like, a relatively small space.
It's true, they do.
It's like a concentrated dose of fun and discovery.
I know. It's amazing how they manage to balance all those different elements, nature, culture, nightlife, history.
Right.
And still maintain that friendly, down-to-earth vibe.
Exactly. Madison seems to be a city that really embraces its multifaceted personality.
It does.
It's a place where you can wander through a tranquil forest in the morning.
Yeah.
Explore world-class museums in the afternoon, and dance the night away to live music.
I love it.
It's all about finding your own rhythm.
Yeah.
In this city that's constantly buzzing with life.
I agree. It's awesome.
Welcome back to our deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground in Madison, from ferry doors to mustard museums to Frank Lloyd Wright's architectural wonders.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
But there's one element we haven't really touched on yet.
Okay.
The people.
The heart of any city.
Right. What's the vibe like? Who are the folks who call Madison home?
That's a great point. You know, a city is more than just buildings and attractions. It's the people who really bring it to life.
Exactly.
And the guide, they really emphasize the welcoming and friendly nature of Madison's residents.
Okay.
They describe them as like approachable, down to earth, passionate about their city.
It's that sense of community, that local pride,
Yeah,
that really makes a place feel special.
totally.
While we're talking about things that make Madison special,
Okay.
I wanted to touch on something that's close to my heart.
Okay.
Sustainability.
Oh, yes.
Madison is known for its commitment to, environmental stewardship.
It is. And the guide highlights some pretty impressive initiatives.
Oh, I'm all ears.
Okay, well, for starters, they have that extensive network of bike paths, the robust public transportation,
Right.
encouraging people to ditch their cars and opt for more eco-friendly ways to get around.
Definitely. And they've gone beyond just transportation.
Yeah.
They've implemented programs to promote energy efficiency, reduce waste.
Like citywide composting and recycling initiatives.
It's great to see a city taking concrete steps to minimize its environmental impact.
It is, and they're not stopping there. They're investing heavily in renewable energy sources,
Oh, wow.
with a goal of achieving 100% renewable energy by 2050.
That's huge. It's inspiring to see a city thinking long-term and setting such a high bar for sustainability.
It really sets a positive example for other cities around the world, showing that sustainable practices and a thriving urban environment can go hand in hand.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Madison, Wisconsin, I have to ask,
Yeah.
what's your biggest takeaway? What stands out as the defining characteristic of this city?
Oh, that's a tough one. There's so much to appreciate about Madison.
I know, right?
But I think for me, it's that unique blend of natural beauty, urban vibrancy, and that strong sense of community. That's what makes it special.
I love that. A city that nourishes the soul, stimulates the mind, and welcomes you with open arms.
Exactly. It offers something for everyone.
Right.
Whether you're a nature enthusiast, a foodie, an art lover, or just someone who loves exploring new places and meeting friendly people.
What about you? What's your lasting impression of Madison?
You know what struck me the most is that Madison isn't trying to be anything other than itself.
Right.
It's authentic, genuine, comfortable in its own skin.
Yeah.
It's not following trends, it's setting its own pace.
I like that.
And that's incredibly refreshing.
I agree.
It's so valuable in a world where cities often try to outdo each other.
Yeah.
With flashy attractions and trendy hotspots.
Go away.
Madison stays true to its roots, and that's what makes it so appealing.
Yeah. It's a city that invites you to slow down, savor the moment, and connect with the things that truly matter.
Well said.
And with that, dear listener, we've reached the end of our journey into the heart of Madison, Wisconsin.
I can't believe it's over.
I know. But hopefully this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and given you a taste of what this amazing city has to offer.
Definitely.
But remember, this is just the beginning of your exploration.
Right.
Take the insights we've shared, grab that travel guide, and dive deeper into the nooks and crannies of Madison.
Yeah, explore.
Discover your own hidden gems, create your own unforgettable memories,
Have fun.
and write your own Madison story.
I love that.
Until next time, happy travels.